Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I welcome all of you to this space. You know, with the holidays coming up, I wanted to show you some appreciation. And I wanted to support you, encourage you, and be in that ring, in that corner with you as you deal with your symptoms going on. Whether that's pain, whether it's bleeding, itching, constipation, anything of going on with your bottom end that we've been dealing with on this channel. And you know, it's very, very tough to talk about our bottom end issues, right? It's a very difficult topic to talk about. And then if we find an audience, it's super difficult to find the words 'cause it's so embarrassing. But also, how hard is it to find someone who can actually relate and understand what you're going through, right? And all that makes you feel like you're dealing alone. And I'll just encourage you to look in the comments section. Look at my personal videos and see that you're definitely not alone. There are people who understand exactly what you're going through, and I certainly understand you as well. Your symptoms that you're experiencing, yes, they're super hard to describe, but I'll tell you, I've felt many of them, and there are hundreds of patients that I've met that are going through the exact same thing you are. Your symptoms are not fake. You did not just make them up out of thin air. They are really happening to you. It's just that it's very hard to get out into words, and so they almost feel like they could be something you made up in your psychological mind as you were struggling. But I'll tell you, no, it's not. The other thing about the struggle, the physical symptoms are one thing, but the mental aspect, yeah, that is probably the hardest thing. And I'm sure you won't find that very tough to believe, right? And, you know, I want to tell you that instead of looking down on the ground and being just surrounded and dwelling in your suffering and pain, to look up every once in a while and see that there is so much going on around you, and there actually are things that you can still enjoy. Look up to see that the road ahead is open and clear for you to pass through. Look around and notice the things around you. Not to be corny, but look at the clouds. Look at the beautiful rain. Hear the birds singing, right? Or hear that wind blowing. Hear that rain and drizzle hitting your window pane. Even if you can't enjoy that thing 100%, even taking part 5-10%, that is still a big win. And to notice that your relationships and your life is still something that you can take part in and enjoy, even for a little bit or a little amount, is still something that you should take and take part in. Take the joy with you. You know, the days now are super tough, aren't they? They almost seem like they're never, ever going to end. But look back, okay? Just look back. And I promise you, I bet you that you have had worse days than the day you're having right now. Haven't you? Are your days 100%, 10 out of 10 the worst ever? I'll bet not. Even if you think about it, there are some minutes, there's even some hours, some seconds where you've had some relief, where you were able to put aside that pain for a second and get some peace. And that's what I want to encourage you, is to tell yourself that it is not like you're psyching yourself out. It is the truth that things can get better. That this pain does not define you. That this pain is not taking over your life. Your anus does not rule your life. You do. And your mind has decisions to make. Your mind is extremely powerful. It can focus on the pain 100% if it wants. It can even focus on the pain 150%. But you know what else it can do? It can focus on your relationships. It can focus on the things that you enjoy, even if it's for 5 minutes. It can focus on relaxation. It can focus on exercises. It can focus on getting better and researching and trying new things. And that's really the power of the mind, is that the body goes nowhere without the mind. The mind is something that is a force to be reckoned with. Can I share a story with you really quick, just to emphasize that? You know, when I was a resident, a doctor in training, I worked in the ICU for a rotation. It's a mandatory part of our training. But here's something that's very interesting I want to share with you. And it illustrates the power of the mind. The ICU holds a group of patients who are the sickest among the sick. Okay? And there are many different kinds of conditions people are dealing with. But as I go and take care of these patients, as I visit them and speak with them, I noticed that the patients that said, I'm going to make it through, I'm going to beat this, I can do that, I'll try. Those are the people that made it out of the ICU, went to the regular unit, and was eventually discharged. There's another group of patients, and these people would say, I don't think I'm going to make it, doc. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do it, doctor. I think I'm going to die, doctor. And when they say those things, I tell myself under my breath, please don't say that. Please don't do it. The reason being is that they've called their own fate. And I'll tell you what, every single one of those patients have died. And it's not to say that, you may feel like you're in despair and you're in that moment for a second. It's okay to understand and recognize how much you're hurting and suffering. But the difference here is that if you drawn that line, closed off that space to show that you are helpless or defenseless, that's where you can get stuck. And it makes a huge difference to keep your mind in the positive light. Keep pushing and keep striving to be stronger, and you will get there. You will. The mind will take you there if you want it to. I'm a firm believer in that. And so I truly appreciate you, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. And I hope this video was helpful for you, because I'm being sincere. These are true stories. These are real things you are going to get through. And I hope you have a good year for 2023. Take care. Bye-bye.